at Fraathouse 11. Cover me, I'm going in. Fraathouse. We kicking it with our callers. Drinking that alcohol.
Marice, so tell us about the results. Like, why you had to spell it this way? Like, you know.
What I like to explain it to the kids is, I always like saying, I'll have them write, I say RES, LTS. The only thing missing is, and then when they finally guess it, they said you. I said, there's no results without you. Right. I can't do it for you. You gotta do it
for you.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm checking out the mirror. This is a pretty dope mirror too. When
they did that, it's a combination of everything exercise you would do. From yoga to belly dancing to Zumba to lifting weights, cycling, everything.
Yeah, boxing.
Boxing, the kids, bodybuilding, hula hoop, running, cross country. So we want to tap into everything. Self-defense.
So y'all heard it right here, man. Mr. Marice, results. The only thing that's missing is you.
You.
Yeah.
And with the kids club, there's no CLB without you. So for that club to exist, you gotta come.
I seen that on the shirt.
Yes, you got to come.
So make sure y'all tap in. Results Central with Mr. Marice.
All about you.
Fraathouse, hip hop ether in the building.
What's up, y'all? That's your man Curtis Kane. Fraathouse, we in the building, man. Factual, random artists, adult topics. You watching Fraathouse 11 on that YouTube, y'all already know. We at the Results Center, Decatur, where it's greater. I got my brother, Mr. Marice here. He's gonna tell us about the Results Kids Club here, you know, and I'm going to get into a few questions, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Just give you an opportunity to let the people know what you do here at the center and everything like that. When did you first when did you first come to this center and this center in particular and get into dealing with the youth here?
Yeah, we've been out here since 2011. And initially it started off with, you know, the gym. We did a lot of group exercise classes. With group exercise, a lot of ladies come to those. So we did a survey and found out what they like so we could introduce them to those things they like. So they were coming a lot, but then when they started slowing down, I said, hold up, something's going on. So I picked their phone up. And when I started calling them, they said, I can't come right now because I got to take care of my kid. So God said, well, if you take care of that kid, you got them. So it led me to the kids. It led me to the kids.
Oh, okay. So how did you go about that? Like, what was your first steps as far as taking care of the kids and your first ideas when it came to that?
What was beautiful was somebody asked me to come do career day. So I went to the school and I did career day and I got to talking to all these, in career day you get to go to class and talk to the kids. So I got to talking to them and it was so cool that when I got back here I said, hold up, if I could talk to them. So what I did, I Googled the Cobb County school system. And I started calling all the schools, all the counselors. Say, hey, I'd love to come to your school. And it wasn't until I went to this one school, these kids everybody kept on asking, so who's your child? Who's your child? I said, what do you mean? When I found out, most of the time, career days, the parents of the kids that go to the school.
Right.
So I went to, I hit my 84th school for career day.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
You've been to 84 schools for career day.
Yes, sir.
What are some of the things you talk to the kids about on career day?
I talked about everything. It's so cool because The main thing I push here at Results Kids Club is I got a FATS program. Instead of STEM and STEAM, I came with FAT, which is fitness, arts, technology, sports. And the kids are going to fall under all those categories, 3 of those categories, but they're going to fall under one of those categories at least.
Facts.
And when I get in and I talk to these kids, I meet them where they are, I listen to them. And it's been so cool because God's blessed me with a quick wit. So when they come at me, I come right back at them, and it's just fun, man. Just really talking. I get them all the time. Yeah.
What ages do they start at?
I started from 5 and up, but I've gotten 4 and 2, 3-year-olds got in here because they had fake IDs.
Wow.
But you know, they're the ones with the most energy too. Man. They just something else. Them little kids, they something else.
And the ages range from
5 all the way up to
5 to what?
When I get to 20s, we had a mentorship program. We was teaching these younger people how to mentor these younger kids. Because they're going to always look up to me, but they're going to see those kids that are in their early 20s and 19 and stuff. So we work with all of them, but once they reach 20 and stuff, we really work with them to teach them how to talk to the younger kids so they can.
Okay, so you deal with teens as well.
Oh yeah, all the way up, all the way up.
Okay.
If they breathe and they got opportunity, they walk in that door, we're gonna help them.
So at the career day, like, what title would you put on yourself? Like, when you first come in there, what do you tell them as far as who you are and what you do?
I let them know that I own my own business. The name of the actual studio is Results Central. And I tell them I got my own studio where they can come in and we can help them. And the biggest thing I told them, don't make the same mistakes I make. I work 8 hours. I work 8 days a week. The little kids look at me when I said
8 days a week.
8 days a week. And I said, but you got to allow people to come in. You got to build a team because initially, you know, I was looking for me out there, but I wasn't finding me. I wanted somebody. All these other gyms I've ran, I made the owner so much money and so much business. But then when it's yours and you taking care of people, you tend to look at it a little different. But yeah, I've been on this grind and introducing. I talk to them about all the things I do. I talk to them about the means of how I get people to come to my studio by talking to them. I'm old school where I go out and I hit the streets and I talk to people. Like everybody talking about, what is that, boots on the ground?
Yeah.
I'll say I'm tennis shoes on the town. That's how I get down.
So you really get out there in the community and deal with the youth on a major level.
Yes, there's nobody can walk by me no kid can walk by me without stopping. I stop kids. When I first got out here, I see a group of 10 kids sagging, I slow them up. I said, what you got to do for yourself? Well, you rap, you sing, what do you do? Because I feel I'm covered. God got me. So I don't have no problem walking up to anybody talking to them because I'm good. I'm cool with it. I'm not worried about them.
What kind of reaction do you usually get when you talk to, let's say, for instance, teens or young adults?
It's so cool, especially, I'll tell you what's cool. I was at Agnes Scott. They allowed me to sit in the cafeteria and talk to the girls.
At the college up
At
there?
the college.
Okay.
So I'm saying I'm looking for people that love working with young kids. And every one of them was cool. And there's one girl, she came up to me, I said, like, work with kids? She slowed up on me. She said, nah, not really. I said, what do you do? What's your major? She said, I'm a microbiologist. Some things, she was real big. I said, ooh, how comfortable would you feel talking to the kids, the girls and kids about that? Oh, I would love to. So everyone I talked to, I got them to do it. I just had to come at her another way. Mm-hmm. And there's hardly running any of them that don't like working with kids because everybody loves kids. Now, some of them just hesitate. I said, if you hesitate, it's going to be hard on you because you're going to be tested. Yeah. You're going to be tested. I got parents bring their kids to me and ask me, how can I do it? Because it's just, you got to listen to them. But it's not like when we grew up. I'm telling you what they did to me. I had a group of 50 kids and we was talking. Every time I talk to them, I tell them when I grew up, children should be seen and not heard. True. Do as I say, not as I do. Mm-hmm. I said, but now our results kids are seen and heard. Because with this, I said, when I needed knowledge, I would go to the encyclopedia. Mm-hmm. You guys need knowledge, you go to social media. So you guys are dealing with something different. Yeah. Me and my man could fight today and shake hands, but if we fought and I won, he goes somewhere they know everybody, you got beat. So you going to want to fight me again or do something to, because it's just a different world. But you just meeting them where they at, man, because, and they closed me on this, said, Mr. Marice, if nothing, do me a favor. You cannot say back in the day no more. I said, I got you.
They told you not to say back in the
day. Y'all tell them, they'll tell you the kids in the now. They'll tell you Mr. Marice. And know what hit home, you guys? I done brought a lot of grown-ups to these kids, right? The gentleman's in there now, his name JC. There's one grown-up I brought. They didn't really like him because he came at them wrong. And I got them in the room. I said, who in here don't like the young man? And they said, I don't like him because they don't like him. I said, who in here don't like me? And everybody was going there, JC. No, I said, don't love me. JC raised his hand. I said, okay, JC, what's up? He said, what I don't like about you is you allow people to come in here and say they're going to do something with you and don't do it. I go, wow. Yeah. And then when it hit home, that young man wrote a essay in September last year. And when I read it, it was about me. And at the end, he spoke on his dad. So that just let me know, God just tells me I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's big.
So when did you realize within yourself you had a knack for dealing with the youth, like it was natural to you?
Oh, it was so cool. I was at every school I would go to, you guys. After I talked to them, all the young men said, Miss Marice, we got to come to you. Miss Marice, Miss Marice. I said, okay, I got you. Let me talk to your mom. Boom, boom, boom. I went to Browns Mill Elementary. I never forget this. They put me in a gym. And they would have the kids come and talk to me, but when they leave, they line up to leave. I talked to the kids on that. This last line lined up, guys were with me. These 4 little girls ran back and circled me and told me they loved me. And my knees went weak. And I said, so all these kids love me. That's all I needed.
What were you doing at that time?
I was talking to them about taking care of themselves, what you're doing with yourself, and just...
No, I'm saying, what was your profession like? What were you doing at that moment?
What was my, that was this. I was at career day talking about this.
Oh, you were at the career, okay.
Yeah, I was at career day, and then kids, because always the guys want to hang with me.
Okay.
Then I'm telling you the funniest thing too was when kids asked, these 8, I feel like I'm talking to the fellas, man, these 8 kids asked me to do a sleepover. It was so cool when they got up, they asked me could they go to the grocery store and make their own food. I said, yeah, boom, boom, boom. And my boy goes like, yo, man, them kids with boys really like it. I said, it was all girls. I said, all girls? And bring us to them stage over there. I said, I'm either their uncle, their daddy, their goddaddy, I just add stepdaddy. I'm one of them too. Yeah. So, and then it was cool, the room's separate, but I'm sitting in my office with the monitor, seeing everything they did. So the next morning, I told them everything they did. They said, and that's when you know, I tell you the coolest thing is when I'm out on the street, whenever I see a young man with his child, I always walk up to him and say, how's it going, sir? I want to commend you on a great job you're doing with that young man or young daughter. I said, but let me hear, this is my card. My name's Marice. Let me help you. Let me duplicate you so they can hear you from somebody else. Okay. But now the women are going to be there anyway because they need that father figure to talk to the young
Right,
kids.
Exactly.
And so that's a given.
They want that automatically.
They need it.
Do you have children yourself? So you are not a father.
I got a million kids.
Wow.
Kids.
So this is your blessing.
This is my, what I tell everybody, God gives you a purpose. I'm running in my purpose. I'm not walking like y'all, I'm running in it. I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I can't say I'm the piper because R. Kelly messed up that for me. So I can't do the piper. I can't say the piper.
But before you started this, where were you at in life? What was your profession?
Yeah.
What's crazy, I've always been in the gym. Been in the gym business for over 30 years.
Okay.
Me and the gentleman, we had a studio right below a Gold's Gym, and then we changed the Bodyplex right below Hard Rock downtown. Okay. And then me and my sister stepped out here and did this. And I tell the kids, when I go to these schools, I tell them this much. When you got a passion for what you're doing, you feel you can set your business up in a desert and it's going to be successful. But it don't work. Location. Yeah. Now more than location. Now, what took over location is social media.
Now, when you say gym, do you mean in a school aspect or personal training?
Personal training. We started with Gold's Gym. I started with Holiday, then it turned to Bally's. Then I went to Australia Body Works, LA Fitness, Gold's Gym, Bodyplex. Okay. Just all these gyms I just ran for everybody else.
Was you at the Gold's Gym in Douglasville?
Never there. I visited a couple of times.
Okay.
You talking Birmingham?
Douglasville, Georgia.
We say the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. But you always say Birmingham, you go that far there.
Right. Pretty much, right?
Yeah. I was cool, guys. I met this young lady. I'll never forget this one. I love this story because I used to go to basketball games, and at halftime, the kids perform. I love it. So I'm sitting in this one game, and these kids perform. And you know that one kid, you go like, wow, that kid is it. So I searched the kid out, found the parent, met the parent, boom, boom, boom. Came in cool. They came to visit me. Mom, the first thing Mom asked was to help me manage my child. And I said, I don't fake it till I make it. I can't do the music thing. Yeah. But I'll help you with your child. So I helped her with your child. became God Daddy. And guys, about a month or so later, I get a phone call. God Daddy, I'm on the rap game. I said, what's the rap game?
What?
So,
You didn't even know what it was.
Because the first one was Jermaine Dupri.
Okay.
It was reality TV.
The very first season?
The very first season with Miss Mulatto, Super P's,
Yeah.
with Little Poopy and all them cats. Nico and Young Lyric.
A lot
I
of
actually
out there
went to the
right
show.
now, too.
But reality TV is reality TV.
Yeah.
But when they played it back, that wasn't how it was. And it's just, oh, you going to flip it any way you want to flip it.
Right.
So that's what they did to her. But it was a great feeling, man, going to my goddaughter, her name's Super Peach. And she was a bad, she's a bad
Oh,
girl.
yeah.
Oh, Super Peach? Yeah.
Super.
Super.
So
Yeah.
when she
I remember that name.
If you look at her videos, you'll see there and there.
Because I kind of remember that first season.
Yeah, I think
First
she
season
battled-
was the best. Then they started duplicating it.
Yeah.
But then you could, it kind of.
She battled the little dude with the crown on his head or something.
Yeah.
No, he was later in
That's-
the game. She battled Miss Mulatto.
Okay. So, tell us specifically for here, what are some of the things that are going on here on a day-to-day as far as your Results Kids Club here?
Well, we're really getting ready to push going into the new year. We're using this time to set up a lot of programs. I like collaborating with different nonprofits that are reaching out and doing stuff for these kids. We did like sex trafficking. I got a gentleman, he's a 10th degree black belt, a young lady's 5th degree black belt, and the young man's a 2nd degree. But what we're doing is teaching kids how to make it home safe. And that's like, if I was a grab, they can get away from me, it's just showing them everything. Another thing
That's a
we did,
good program.
the
Yeah.
Decatur Board of Health we did about being abstinent. So it was teaching these kids about if you have to do something, make sure you're protected. But the best protection is not doing nothing.
Okay.
And so I introduced them to all these different. I got another one, Therapy Pink. She comes in and talks to the girls about stuff. We love introducing them to trades. I got a gentleman. He just left, but he made instruments out of cans. They're all tuned. He's in his 70s. Young lady, she's in her 70s. He teaches them how to sew, make their own clothes and everything. A puppet master, he's in the 70s. He made puppets from everything, saving the environment and stuff. So I love introducing these kids to everything.
Yeah, that's dope. That's that's what's missing in today's society with as far as the kids, because you don't have nothing in schools no more. They took a lot of trades out to school.
Yeah, it's
And you don't even find a lot of places that offer that, like non-profit places that does that.
You definitely filling a void that needs to be filled.
For sure.
We need thousands more like you. Even though I don't think you can be duplicated, but we never we need a lot more brothers like you. Gotta shout out the man that introduced us to you, Ra Ra. Shout out to Ra Ra and his venture as well, Hip Hop Ether. You know what I'm saying? So big salute to you as well. And hey, it was nice meeting you, my brother. We wish you nothing but the best. You know what I'm saying? Definitely keep doing what you're doing. It's much needed in the community. You got anybody you want to shout out or anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
When God gives you a vision, at that point it becomes your decision on what you're going to do and how you're going to see it through. And if you're to succeed, all you need is the faith of a mustard seed. But once you're able to tell your story, make sure you give God his glory.
Amen to that, man. Fraathouse 11, that's what you're watching on that YouTube. We're at the Results Center, Decatur, where it's greater. Mr. Marice right here, man. Keep doing what you're doing, my brother. We out.